choose to be there for it. You can put yourself in the way of beauty. That kind of woman.
All right, chat. How we doing? Look at this next shot right here. Look at that. Look at the elevator moving there. Whew. Whew. How we doing, chat? Why has the music stopped? Okay, there we go. I'll just let this finish playing out before we start the stream, guys. Enjoy. This is the preview of the new PMD G737 for Microsoft Flight Simulator. If you've not seen it yet, here it is. Enjoy. All right. Chat. I think that's been nearly the whole preview, isn't it? So that's the new preview of the 737 for Microsoft Flight Simulator by PMDG. Looking very nice, I have to say. Looking very nice indeed. All right. So today we're going to be flying the Zibo. Obviously not quite the same, but it kind of is actually. The Zibo is actually pretty damn good, isn't it? It's just not in Microsoft Flight Simulator, is it? Also, does anyone know what is going on here? Like, I've never seen that before. Is that an old 737 thing? Anyway, let's do it, guys. Let's do it. How we doing, chats? Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. Asa, good evening, brother. Good evening. Mariner, good evening, sir. Hope you're doing well, brother. Are you joining along today? Welcome, everyone. Hope we're doing well. Oh, dead air. Let's get the music on. There we go. Okay. All right, Frederick, welcome to the chat, brother. Hope you're doing well, mate. Good to see you. Good to see you. Where are we flying to? We're flying from Oslo to Bergen in Norway. A sort of an internal flight with Norwegian Air Shuttle. First time we've actually flown Norwegian Air Shuttle on the stream, so it should be pretty cool. Looking forward to it. Paul, welcome to the stream. Good morning to you as well, sir, in Colorado. Welcome, dude. Hope you're doing well. It's actually 7 in the evening here in the UK, but good morning to you, sir. Are we there yet, says Patrick? Yes, actually, we just got here, actually. Let's just end the stream. Hang on a sec. Just bye. I'll catch you soon. All right, end of the stream. Bye. Oh, no. What's happened? My joke's backfired. There we go. Okay. Dear, oh, dear. Bill, welcome to the chat, brother. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, man. This is a good playlist, this. Copyright free as well, so can't complain. Cannot complain. Mariner says he had a bump in the car earlier at 2 miles an hour. Unlucky for me, I bumped into the biggest numpty ever. Oh dear, mate. That's unfortunate. I hope you managed to get it sorted anyway. Yeah. I had a similar situation actually about a couple of years ago actually, where I bumped into someone at extremely slow speeds, and yeah, it was actually a bit of a pain to sort out, but hopefully it's not the same for you. Hassan, welcome to the chat, brother. I hope you're doing well. Thank you very much for your €2 super chat. Let's go, PMDG. Yeah. How are we all liking that trailer? It's looking pretty cool, isn't it? I'm looking forward to the release of that. It should be very nice indeed. It should be very nice indeed. I mean, as much as I love X-Plane, you know, I've spent about an hour today, I think, just downloading Ortho for this flight. So I'm looking forward to having a 737 in Microsoft Flight Simulator, so I don't have to put up with doing that anymore. Although I will probably get X-Plane 12 and still carry on doing the same thing, so what can you do? What can you do? It needs some improvements in animations, but it looks good. Yep, Hassan, I mean, that video is a work in progress, isn't it? You know, it clearly says that at the start of the video. I can only assume that it's going to have some improvements. I think that was just to show the people that it does actually work, and it is actually, you know, able to do more than just screenshots. So yeah, there's definitely some improvements. I think the screens as well, I saw a few people on the forums commenting on the resolution of them, so yeah, I think they'll get that sorted in due course. Don't think we've got anything to worry about there. It is PMDG after all. Pilot Fisk, hello. Welcome to the chat, brother. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. Aviation Beast, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well, brother. Sidestick Jockey, welcome, dude, to the chat. Hope you're doing well. No side sticks in this aircraft today, unfortunately, dude, but you're more than welcome. Let's see. Danny Sunderland says, how do I pay? Not sure the question there, Danny. If you want to just rephrase that. What is it that you're looking to pay for there, dude? Stephen, welcome to the chat, dude. I hope you're doing well. Welcome. Paul as well. I've already said hello to you, haven't I? I have indeed. I said good morning to you, didn't I? Right. Speed Breaks, welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well. Great name. Great stuff. Aviation Beast is flying in Real Flight Simulator. Enjoy, dude. Enjoy. What plane are you flying in Real Flight Simulator? Golden Lens, welcome to the chat. welcome, dude. I hope you're doing well. Welcome. Jonathan Basili says, check out the AIG channel. Okie dokie. Yes, I will certainly do that. I will do that after the stream, though, dude, if you don't mind. Oh, I see. So it's about the registration on the AIG forums. Yeah, so it's always been like that, I think. So you've just got to hang tight. Unfortunately, dude. Will I stream every day when Microsoft Flight Simulator and the PMDG drops? I don't know, Hassan. It depends on my schedule, really. You know, I stream the way I do. I would love to stream every day, but number one, I don't have the time for it. Number two, you know, I don't earn enough money from it to justify, as much as your €2 super chat is much appreciated. I still don't earn really enough in terms of financial to start streaming every day, unfortunately, as much as I would like to. All right. You're doing SBSP to SBGL. Not sure where those are, actually. Is that in Brazil? All right, yeah, Mariners had the same thing with me downloading the Ortho. Oh, dear. Dave Young, welcome to the chat, brother. Hope you're doing well, mate. Good to see you. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Sim Scott as well. Good evening, sir. Good evening. Oh, hang on 1 second. You guys can't hear that, but I've got a loud person in my ear. Hang on. There we go. That should have fixed it. Okay. Fantastic. DK, hello in capital letters. Hope you're doing well, mate. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Hassan says I was critical in their forum yesterday just because I want this aircraft success like no else. Yeah, well, exactly, Hassan. I mean, it is a work in progress. What can you do? I don't think there's any need to really get too far ahead of yourself. Wait until you see the final build pictures before you make a judgment on how good it's going to be. And you know, when it does release, even if it does come out and you don't really like the way it's the state of it, I'm sure it will be great. But if you don't like the state of it when it releases, you don't have to buy it. You can wait until they improve it. You can wait and see what their stance is on improving any issues that they might have. Yeah, I mean, I share the same sentiment though. You know, when something comes out and you feel quite passionately about it, you want it to be the best, you know, it can be, and you can see where the developers are coming from, and you can see if they're not hitting the mark on what they promised potentially. And yeah, I completely agree with you. You know, I would like that as well. But again, you've got to obviously take into account the context of what they're showing you, and what they are saying in terms of what will change in the future. All right, Lil Pop, welcome to the chat. It's going very well. Yeah, thank you very much for asking. How are you doing? Davido's just installed AIG. Fantastic. Loads of people are getting back on that since it started again. I've noticed all the comments coming through on my video, so I hope you're all enjoying it. Have you done the flight yet? Says SJ. No, we haven't. No, we literally just started the stream. All right, let's get started anyway, because I'm going to be sat here for a while otherwise. We're flying from Oslo to Bergen, Frederick. Ashmore, dude, welcome to the chat, mate. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. All right, let's get going anyway, guys. Let's have a look here at what we're going to be doing today. So, as you can see here, we have got the Zibo 737-800. We're going to be flying with Norwegian Air Shuttle. This is based on a real-world flight. Which goes by the flight number of Norwegian Air Shuttle 608. And we're going to be flying on VATSIM, so I need to actually get my notepad. So just bear with me. Now, the call sign is actually just Norwegian for Norwegian Air Shuttle, isn't it? So let me just double check that, because funnily enough, we've never actually flown Norwegian on the channel before. So looking forward to it. Oh, brilliant. Oh, that's so good. Their call sign is Norseman. That is brilliant. I love that. Okay, so we're going to be Norseman 608 today. Right, and we are on VATSIM, as you can hear. There is some people speaking in the background. However, no controllers on at Oslo at the moment. There was a controller on earlier on at Bergen, so maybe we can catch up with them once we... well, maybe we can just speak to them once we get there. There is a center controller on as well, so we should have some coverage for the second half of the flight. We're going to be doing a full rotation today, so I'm actually going to fly... We're going to fly to Bergen and back. So it should be quite good. It's quite a short flight, only about 50 minutes in the air. So yeah, it should be pretty cool. I'm just trying to find self-loading cargo here as well, because we're going to run that as well. Boeing 737-800. And let's see, have we got a Norwegian sound pack? We do. Oh, brilliant. Fantastic. Let's get that imported. Brilliant. Marin says, want to give AIG a try. Never tried it. Yeah, you should give it a try, dude. It's a bit of a long slog to get it set up, to be quite honest with you. It's not that intuitive, but I've done a video on it. And, well, you may have seen it, but yeah, check it out. It takes you through pretty much every step, and I've had a lot of good feedback on it. So I think, yeah, give it a try. Am I flying in sunset? I think it's close to sunset. Yes, I think so. Yeah, I think I set the time so that we're going to fly one way in sort of late afternoon, and then we're going to fly back probably in the dark, I think. So we'll see. Chris, welcome to the chat from across the pond, brother. Hope you're doing well. Whereabouts across the pond are you located there, sir? Frederick says I should fly to Sweden instead. Yeah, maybe we'll fly to Sweden, but not today. Yeah, I've just downloaded an absolute ton of ortho for Norway, so I'm going to make use of it for now, I think. Generic Pilot, welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well. Welcome. And Chris is from Texas. Fantastic, dude. Well, welcome to the stream from Texas. I hope you're doing well. And I hope you're having a good day there in Texas. I bet it's about sort of middle of the day there, right? Maybe a bit earlier. All right, guys. So here we are. We're at Oslo Gardermoen Airport. This is the Aerosoft scenery, which is actually not too bad. We've also got some ortho for the area, which is also not too bad, although the colour on it is a bit strange. I'm not sure if it was taken at a very specific time of year, but I might have another go with that on. I might have another go with that on Ortho 4XP potentially, but it's not bad. It's definitely better than the default. So here we are. Let's get in there and have a look. You can see there's a few other people here already on VATSIM. We've got an EasyJet here. This is an A321. That's interesting. I didn't realize EasyJet had any of those. What else have we got? We've got... Oh, God, the camera, please. So this is quite a nicely modelled terminal building here. It's just when you get a bit close, the textures do look a bit nasty, but, you know, we aren't used to Microsoft Flight Simulator, so it is what it is. Then we've got an SAS over here. We've got Scandinavian... Oh, no, this is a problem. Look at the state of this ground here. I think I may have messed something up on the install there. That's a big problem. Maybe we're going to be able to get away with it. There's a few slight potholes there in the taxiways, so maybe we can just avoid those. Hopefully there's none on the runway. That's the main thing. If there's none on the runway, we can probably survive, can't we? Yeah, the runway looks nice and flat. This is 01 left, which is what we'll be using. Sorry, this is 19 left, but 01 left, other end, obviously. Sorry, I am getting confused here. It's at the complete other side. 01 left is this one, isn't it? So let's just check that out. And I'm going to the wrong end again. But yeah, it's not a bad scenery. I mean, unlike with Microsoft Flight Simulator airport add-ons, I tend to be a little bit underwhelmed with X-Plane ones, but it is what it is, I suppose. I mean, I don't suppose the sim can really... I don't know. There's probably some limitations in the sim that stopping them from using the textures that we get in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So there's 0-1 left. It's looking nice and flat. We should be fine. The taxi out is short enough, and the potholes I don't think are actually going to... I don't think the potholes are actually going to affect us here, so we can just taxi on down this way and avoid any of these crazy holes in the ground. I'm not sure what I've done then to actually do that, because this airport, I think, comes with a mesh pack. So maybe I've put it in the wrong order. In fact, I probably have, haven't I? Let's face it. All right, let's get in anyway and get underway. Yeah, this livery is quite cool. It's got the interior done on the aircraft as well. And yeah, it's looking pretty nice. Who have we got on the tail? We've got Astor. We've got Astor Piazzolla, who is an Argentinian musician and a composer on the livery today. We've also got the speed brakes deployed. I'm not sure exactly why that is. I think I need to just adjust something here. Let me just fix that before we go any further, because that could be an issue. Right, so custom speed brakes axis. Oh god, good question. I think it's number 3. Yes, it is. Beautiful. Okay, so we'll set that, and that's 0. Okay, hopefully that should have fixed it. Yeah, that looks about right. No, it's not. Something's wrong there. What's happened here? I need to reverse it, don't I think? That's what I need to do. Dear, oh dear. There we go. Right. Perfect. Okay, that's done. Okay, perfect. It's just weird how the axis doesn't reverse, but the outside, yeah. Anyway, never mind. Right, let's get started then. So, I'll get the sim volume turned up a little bit here. We'll get the music down as well. All right. Okay, cool. Let's get started then. So, I'll just get a few lights on it in here so I can actually see a little bit better. Where's the click spot to get this out the way? There it is. Right. Let's get a bit of brightness on and down here. There we go. Beautiful stuff. Okay, fantastic. All right, so let's do a quick overhead scan first of all. So we'll get the yaw damper on. I think I've already aligned the RS. Yep, I've already set them to nav. I do need to just set the position in the FMS, but that is pretty much done there. So everything else up here is looking good. We could do a MAC test. That's all looking good. Flight recorder is working. Stall warning test. All looking good there. I can't see the yokes, but I can hear them. And number 2. Great stuff. Okay, so yaw damper on. All these switches are okay and in the correct position. We'll get our fuel pumps on as well. We'll check the cross feeds to make sure it opens and closes properly. That's all good. Fine, no worries at all. Now down here, none of these we need to touch. Everything else down here is looking good. The generators are fine. We're on ground power at the moment. In terms of lighting, we'll get our logo lights and our position lights to steady as well. We'll put the wheel well lights on as well. Why the heck not? Emergency exit lights can go to armed. Everything else on this middle strip here is looking fine. This one is in-op, and the seat belts we can leave off for now as we don't have any fuel. Well, we still need to do the refueling. Window heat can come on as well. We'll leave the probes off until engine starts, and the hydraulic pumps can come on as well. We've got the forward service, forward cargo, and aft entry doors open, and everything else is looking fine. We'll flick the voice recorder on for whilst we're on the ground. Trim air can come on as well, and we'll bring the temperature down a little bit in the cabins. All right, packs can go to automatic, as well as the isolation valve, and everything else should be good as it is. Cruising flight level today is going to be 340, so we'll set that. And the altitude here at Gardermoen is 1,681 feet, so we'll just set that in case of returning to field. So that's all done, and the pressurization is in auto. That's all looking good. So coming further down, we'll set up the MCP a little bit later on, but what I will do is I'm actually just going to come to the FMC here, and we're going to set the IRS position. So we'll go to, well, we'll check the nav data is active first of all, so that's all looking good, and then we'll take the GPS position and drop that into here. So we should now, there we go, perfect. Instantly aligned there because, like I say, it's been on for a little bit here. What we'll also do is we'll stick on our data display as well as the terrain, and we'll also put the airport display on as well, and the same for over here. And I'll just leave that off in terms of the terrain display. I'll just have that on my side, no issues at all there. We'll set the auto brake to RTO as well. I'm not going to do all of the tests that we would normally do, like this one, for example, today, just because I kind of want this to be a little bit of a sort of a quick fire little stream here. Well, flight rather. 2 short flights today, so I don't want to spend forever setting up. Okay, so further down, just checking everything else here, all looking good. Parking brake is on. And further down here, we're on Unicom currently, and the radios are actually on and receiving. Everything's looking good. Volume's turned up, and the transponder is set to 2260, so let's just change that to 2000 here. Right, okay, so let's go ahead and do the FMS setup then. Where are we? Right. Okie dokie. So we'll go to route, and I've completely forgotten to actually save the route, so I can instantly load that in using the company route here. But we're going to go ahead and just put it in anyway. It's only short, so not EGNM. That's Leeds. We're going to be ENGM, and we're going to ENBR, which is Bergen, and we are going to be flight number November Oscar Zulu 608. As I said earlier on, this is a real-world flight. And the runway we're expecting for departure is 01 left. Okay, so let's go ahead and initially put in our departure here. So 01 left, and we're expecting the ATLAP 5 Alpha. Now, like I said, there's no controllers on here at the moment, so we are actually going to fly that one, so no issues at all. We'll go back to our route page and put in our en route waypoints. So we're going to be from ATLAP, we're going to go November 623. And we're going to go to Pesur. Like so. And then from Pesur, that's the end of our en route waypoint. So we're going to go to Bergen, Pesur 3 November for runway 17, ILS Whiskey 17, and Pesur 3 November is going to be the arrival we're expecting. And the transition will be Gilver. Right, so that's all in. Let's do our perf in it. So our cruising flight level for today is going to be flight level 340. Feels a little bit high, does that, considering our considering how short this flight is, but we'll see how we get on. Cost index is going to be 20. Our reserve fuel is going to be 2.2 tons for today. And the zero fuel weight we're expecting is actually... we've not actually done our loading yet, have we? So let's just do that so we can actually get some proper figures. I'm getting a bit ahead of myself here. So fuel weight and balance, we'll go to payload, and we're expecting 181 passengers today. So let's go to payload total, 181 packs, enter, back, payload. Zero fuel weight, 46.116. That sounds quite low. 71.1 now. That sounds a bit more right. It's not exactly bang on what I was expecting it to be, but... Oh no, it's just gone up again. Okay. I'm not sure why it does that. There must be something that I'm overlooking there, but 57.591 is exactly correct, and the fuel we're going to be requiring today is a block fuel of 5073. Let's put that in. And we'll go fuel, and we'll call the fuel truck. There he is. Fueling us up with his finest Shell Jet A1 fuel. Thank you very much, sir. Absolute legend. Not sure why the bags are coming off at this stage, but hey-ho. Right, so back down. Zero fuel weight then we're expecting is going to be 57.5 tons. So we'll bang that in. And fuel, like I said, is not fully loaded yet, so we're just going to let that do its thing. We don't need to correct that. Right, so cruise wind for this trip is going to be, I imagine, a probably slight headwind. So let's see, top of climb is going to be 250 at 56 knots. And then our ISO deviation is going to be at, let's see... It's going to be 0. So, no deviation there. Fine. Top climb outside air temperature minus 53. Perfect. Okay, great stuff. Transition altitude 7,000, which I haven't checked yet, but let's just look. It is indeed. Okay, that's fine. Great stuff. So, next up, index, we are now going to do the takeoff page. So we're going to do a flaps 5 takeoff. Now, CG, usually we click this. However, we're not finished fueling yet. So I might actually just hang fire to do that. So let's come back to the route page. Hello, where's the activate button gone? Okay. Fine, no worries. Let's just go ahead then and let's just have a look, see how it all looks on the ND here. So, stepping through, we're going to come out, take a left turn, and then another left turn, and then another left turn, then a right turn, out to the west, to Pesur, and then out to the north and down Gilver, Bablu, and then onto the ILS. Yep, that all looks great. So I'm going to execute that, and that is all spot on. So let's go ahead and go back to map mode. Zoom that out a tiny bit, and we'll go ahead and get the METAR here. ENGM. So the QNH is going to be 9082. So set that. Quite low pressure here in Oslo at the moment. Just going to check that against what is actually in the sim. Oh dear, that's not correct, is it? Okay, the weather's lagging behind, something like that. It's going, something's going weird here. Okay, the weather was lagging behind, so 9082 is now correct. Okay, great stuff. As you can see now, it's a lot darker outside, and it's actually raining a bit as well by the looks of things. Right. Okay, so executed that. Seat descent after Lutiv and BR627, that's fine. Always seems to say that. Fuel is now on board, so let's go and do our takeoff performance. Right, okay, so D rates, I'm just going to go for a 24k because I don't have anything to make a calculation with, so we're just going to do that. Yeah, sticking with it. CG is going to be 18.2, which is going to give us a trim setting of 6, so we'll do that as well. There we go. Okay, and then our V-speeds is going to be 3, 4, 3, 5, and 4, 4 for V2. And that is it, really. Great stuff. We're not going to bother with any noise abatement procedures today. I just kind of want to get going with this first leg, to be honest. So, all right. All right, so I'm just going to set up the MCP here. So initially, let's see. Yeah, so our initial track is going to be 012, our initial heading. It's an RNAV departure we're going to be doing. We will do a brief in a second, so there's no real nav aids to tune, to be quite honest. So I think I'm just going to set these all to 012. Yeah, I don't really know. You can't really set this to anything else when there's no nav aids to tune. Initial climb clearance is 7,000. And we'll turn the flight directors on. And a V2 speed is 144. All right, fantastic stuff. Ready for boarding. Let's get the passengers on board. Should have done that earlier, really, because now we're going to have to wait a while, but let's get them boarding anyway. No issues. I'm going to close this door now so that I don't have to listen to him.
Okay, great. We're almost done.
Oh, what the heck? You're not almost done. You've still got 176 people to go. Right. Okay, we're looking good. So, let's do a departure briefing. Let's have a look. All right, so we're here at... I'll get my pen. There we are. So we're here at Oslo, Norway, Gardermoen. Airport elevation 681 feet, and the chart we're looking at is the 10.9. And looking at what we've got today is we're currently sat on the apron at stand number 14, which is right here. So we're going to be taking off on runway 01 left. Initial heading is 012, as we said earlier on. So, in terms of taxiing, should be fairly straightforward. Nice short taxi for us. We're going to push back facing to the west. So we'll push back facing this way, like so. We're then going to taxi on down Golf, take a left onto Echo, and then a right onto Kilo there. Then, from Kilo, we're going to continue. Where's my pen gone? Come back, pen, please. Hello? Where's it gone? Why is it not? Hello? Shift, Alt, and D. That's what I'm doing. There we go. Maybe I wasn't doing that. Anyway, Kilo. We're going to go Echo, Kilo. And then we'll take a left onto Papa. Follow it all the way down. And then a right at the end here onto Alpha 1 for runway 01 left. So down and on like so. So fairly straightforward. Not too much to worry about. We don't have a controller on as well. So if we make any mistakes, it's not so much of an issue. And the departure we're going to be flying today is the ATLAP 5 Alpha departure. This is for runway 01 left only, and it is an RNAV departure. As we said earlier, the airport elevation is 681 feet. The transition altitude is 7,000 feet. As we said, this is an RNAV departure, so RNAV is required, which no issue for us here in the 738. Let's see what else we got. This is not too relevant for us here. Yeah. Okay, so we've got en route cruising level, will be issued after takeoff by Oslo approach. So again, not really relevant for us. Or Polaris control. Now, again, not relevant for us because they're not online. When being vectored or cleared for direct routing, climb gradients apply. So again, not too much of an issue. We've got NADP2 used for climb out. So I believe by default the Zibo is actually set up for an NADP2 departure. NADP2 is a noise abatement procedure. And you can just do a quick Google into that if you want to know a bit more about it. But essentially, it involves a acceleration and thrust reduction at a height of over 600 feet, I believe it is, which we have set to 1,500, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue for us there. Max 250 knots below flight level 100. I've drawn a line by accident there, unless otherwise instructed, so no issues. Okay, so we're going to depart runway 0 on left, max 230 knots here at this first little turn. I'm just going to make sure that's in the box while we do this in the background here. So 230 knots is actually in there. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the 012 track. Oh, let me draw a line. There we go. We're going to take the 012 track out towards Golf Mike 436 and a left turn 348 to Golf Mike 437. Left turn 280 track to Golf Mike 439 and then 208 to 614 and then out towards ATLAB. So fairly not too much to worry about on this departure. It's very much there's not really any restrictions of great concern. Just this one here at Golf Mike 436. And like we said earlier on, again, the initial climb clearance 7,000 feet here. And we'll give ourselves further clearance as necessary. And then we're going to transition to our en route portion of the flight, which is through here. And again, obviously nothing to brief you there, but this majority of this is going to be the climb out. Anticipating top of climb somewhere around here, and then top of descent somewhere around here. So very short cruise portion of the flight, and then we'll brief the arrival once we actually get up into the sky. And on our way then. Just going to have a quick look at the flight plan here. We've already been through most of the detail on here. But just having a quick look down here at the weather. We do have some SIGMETs in place, or at least one in the Polaris flight information region. Let's see what this is saying. So it's saying severe mountain waves forecast at a certain location, which I'm not going to be able to work out off the top of my head. Let's see. From surface to flight level 140. Alright, well, let's have a quick look here at the charts anyway. This should probably show us in a bit more detail if there is anything that's going to be concerning us on the route. So as you can see, not really anything on this significant weather chart between flight levels 100 and 450. We've got this big arrow pointing in. It's not entirely clear what that's showing me, but it doesn't appear to be of too much of a concern, I don't think. And then we've got a 300 down here, which again, it's not entirely clear what it's showing me there. So maybe what we could do is we could just very quickly just do a quick search here. SIGWIX charts, Norway. There we go. This should do it for us. So Europe, it's issued at midnight. Let me just see. Oh, this is an interesting way to do it, isn't it? Okay, let's see if we can find a different website. There's a few websites that do these charts, so let's see if we can just find it real quick. And just see if there is anything on there. I think this is the one I've used before, isn't it? Yep. Right. Right. There's a lot of stuff going on there. Right. I don't think this is the right chart we need to see just yet. It's actually really difficult to work out what you're looking at there, isn't it? Bear with me. Okay, yeah. Wrong region. That's what we want. There we go. Okay, perfect. So we've got... this is a significant weather chart here that we need. So this is Norway, obviously. And as you can see, there isn't actually anything that is really concerning us there. So I'm not sure what the arrow was trying to point to on the other chart we looked at from SimBrief. However, this is flight level 250 to flight level 630, so it may be that there is something below those flight levels. So let's see if we can find that one. It doesn't appear to be on here. Great. Interesting. Let's see. No, I don't want that one. Not that one. Oh, someone's taking off on 19 left. Oh dear, as the wind changed. Am I going to have to do the brief again? Dear oh dear, chat. Right, anyway, let's get out the fuzz pad anyway and get a move on with things. So let's just check the meta again. So winds are 090 knots, so I suppose, yeah, 01 is still the preferred runway. I've still got 72 passengers remaining to board. We do have fuel on board as well, so we'll turn the seatbelt signs on as well. Oh, God. Lag. Where's my mouse gone? X-Plane keeps doing this to me recently. I have no idea why. Hello? Oh, my Lord. How do I fix this? I can't remember how I fixed it before. God damn it, bro. Seems to appear on self-loading cargo. Yeah, chat. I'm a bit stuck here. What's happened? My mouse has disappeared just when I hover. Just when I go over X-Plane. Yeah, weird. I can't remember how I fixed this last time. Let's see if I can just bring up some kind of menu and see if that fixes it. No. Oh dear. Yes, Marin, I'm using Vulkan. Yep. Let me just do a quick Google here because I'm a bit stuck. X-Plane 11 mouse cursor disappeared. Yeah, this is the thing, because the screen that I'm running X-Plane on is not my primary monitor for this computer, and I think as much as X-Plane has multi-monitor support, it just seems to be quite buggy in some areas. Like, for example, I think what we're experiencing right now is linked to that issue. Oh my god, someone says I have to reboot my PC. Are you having a laugh? Absolutely no chance. Oh my god, X-Plane. He's serious right now. Hang on a minute, guys. Sorry about this. I think I know how to fix it, but I just need to actually be able to see my mouse to do it, so it might take a bit of guesswork. Oh dear, that's not what I wanted. Oh, please. Let me just try one more thing here. Oh, shite. I bloody opened another instance of X-Plane. My lord. Okay, bear with me. Bear with me. Chill, dude. Welcome to the chat again. You're spamming the chat with hello. There's no need to spam the chat like that, my friends. Absolutely not. What's the problem? My mouse cursor's disappeared. And chill. If you say hello one more time, you're gonna get timed out. I'm sorry, mate. It's a little bit silly. Press exec. Huh? Okay, probably not related. Right, chat. Yeah, this is an issue. Like I say, let me just see if I can... Does anybody know the keybind for... just to open the settings menu in Explain. Explain, settings, menu, keybind. Because I know there is one. You know, I do find it kind of amazing, though, that Explain has bugs like this. These, it's been out for such a long time. Like, come on now, are you serious? Disconnect the mouse and reconnect. That is a good idea. Yeah, I'll try that one. I'll try that one. Hey, great success. Great success. Thank you very much, H. Baberchi, thank you very much, dude. Much appreciated. That is very, very helpful. Thank you, dude. Great stuff. All right, passengers are on board now. Fantastic stuff. Let's get those doors closed and let's get rocking with this flight. So, we can go ahead and close the doors now.
Hi, Captain. All passengers are on board and doors have been closed.
Okay, why are you lying for? The doors are still open. Let's close that one. Oh, why is this one just opened? There's a ghost opening the doors. Why is the rear door open? It says it's closed. Hello? Oh, I must have pressed that one by mistake, but the other ones, why aren't they closing? We're not having a good day today, are we? Why are all these open as well? Oh my lord, what is going on? Well, that's obviously not right, is it? Or am I just really confused here? And I just need to click all of these. Yes, okay, I'm just very confused, guys. Just ignore me, don't worry about it. You saw nothing here. Saw nothing about it. They recently changed that in the Zibo, so I'm going to forgive myself for not knowing that. Right, okay, let's get the APU started anyway, and we can start getting things on the way. So APU can go to start, and we'll do our before start checklist. Let's grab that and get going. So safety inspection is complete already. Before start checklist. IRS mode selector in, nav, gear pins are removed, light test is checked, oxygen is tested and 100%. Yaw damper is on, nav transfer and display switches are normal and auto, fuel is 5 tons, 5.1 tons, which is required, and on board, fuel pumps are on, cabin util, IFE galley power is on. I'm not sure what is actually installed on this one, to be quite honest, but it is on. No issues. Fastened seatbelts are on. Window heat is on. Air conditioning and packs are auto and bleeds are on set. Pressurization mode selector is in automatic. Instruments are cross-checked. Auto brake is RTO. Hydraulics are normal. Speed brake is in the down detent. Parking brake is set. Stab trim cutout switches are in norm. And the wheel well fire warning is checked. Radios, radar and transponder is set and standby. Rudder and aileron trims are 3 and 0. PA is complete. FMC CDU is set. N1 and IAS bugs are... let's see. Okay, so... Where are we here, actually? Okay, yeah. I'm not actually sure what the call is for that one. I'm sure I knew this last time I flew this, but... huh. Nevertheless, we have done everything, so I'm just going to say they're set. I'm not a Boeing 737 expert, guys. All right, stab trim is set to 6 units. EFB is, well, stowed airplane mode. Always is in the same mode, isn't it? Flight deck windows and cockpit doors closed. All doors are closed on the aircraft. We can check that up here as well. And passengers are seated. So that's down to line. And we'll go ahead and get the tug connected, and then we'll do below the line. So let's get him connected. That doesn't work, does it? Okay, it doesn't work. Let's just go connect first.
Down the cockpit. Tow is driving up.
She doesn't sound Norwegian, does she? Oh, excuse me. Right then, guys. Right then. Thank you very much for informing me of the door colours there, Jet 2 Pilot Henry. We got there in the end. It's been a while since I've fully used the Zibo, and I think that's a fairly recent change, isn't it? Have a beer today for the flight. Yes, I am drinking and flying.
All doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
What have we got? I'll tell you in a second once we've got... Where's the music gone? I think the music has ended, hasn't it? There we go. Okay. Hey, Paul's here. Welcome to the chat, dude. Hope you're doing well. It's been a while. It's been a while. Make sure to do the standby analog elevator is set. I'm going to be honest with you, Jet 2 Pilot Henry. I'm not sure what that one is. I think by default, that is probably going to be in the proper position. Because I've never actually... I don't recall ever actually adjusting that in the past. It's not up here, is it? No, you're going to have to give us a clue to where that is. I don't think it's... I've never touched that one before, though, so I think we should be okay. Is this tug connecting, or what is going on? Look at that, we've got an SAS livery for this airport. That's fantastic. Did they already connect? I don't recall them saying that I'm lifting. Am I not paying attention again? It's possible I'm not paying attention. Oh, it's because I only told them to connect, didn't I? Ooh, right, okay. So let's do this then.
Please show me where you want to go.
Now, as you can see, this is a little bit bugged out as well for the same reason, probably that the mouse cursor disappeared. So I'm just going to do a bit of that. There we go, and we'll press enter.
So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Parking brake released. All right, let's do an announcement.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Also, traffic, Norseman 608 stand 14 is pushing back for runway 01 left. Also, traffic. I've just done a boo-boo, haven't I, guys? I've not turned the generators on for the APU. That's quite embarrassing, isn't it? We'll turn the yaw damper back on, and we'll do auto brake. RTO again. There we go. Oopsie daisy. Sorry about that, passengers. I hope you enjoyed the darkness there for a second. Seatbelt signs should have been on as well. Let's go for the right engine start then. So we'll take number 2 to ground, sorry. And let's get going. I've probably missed something else now, haven't I? I definitely have, haven't I? I have. What have I missed? God damn it. Fuel pumps are on. Anti-collision light, definitely missed that one. Ah, my packs. My packs. Always missing the packs, aren't I?
Hi, Captain. The cabin is secure.
Nope.
Doors cross-checked. We're ready to go.
Still not having it. How have I missed something here? I'm sorry about this, guys. Oh, it's bloody APU bleed, of course. Smart. I'm smart. There we go. N2 rotations. There we go. Beautiful stuff. We got there in the end, chat. Don't worry.
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake.
Parking brake is set. We'll start the fuel flow.
Connecting tail. Stand by.
EGT is rising. Fuel flow and N1 rotations. Looking good. Right, I'll catch up with the rest of the chat once we get underway, guys. Jet 2 pilot Henry, are you actually a Jet 2 pilot? I actually had when I did one of my flying lessons, I actually was taught by a Jet 2 pilot. All right, cool. So that is engine 2 stable. So we'll go ahead and start engine 1.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have fun up there.
The problem is because of the full screen simulator option. Yes, I thought it was. Bella, welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well. So Jet 2 pilot Henry wanted me to look at something else as well next to the ND display. Oh yeah, okay, so you're talking about the standby instrument. Is that what you call it? A standby analog elevator? I would have called this a standby analog attitude indicator, but I'm not a pilot, so hence my confusion. And it's a bit of a pain to set here in this. There we go. I think that should probably just about do it, I think. Ugh, there we go. That's just about right. Okay, so both engines are stable. I'm going to get the wipers on. Right. Okay, so let's not do anything wrong this time. Right, so let's get the bleeds on. APU bleed off. We'll turn the packs back on to auto now. We'll get the generators on for both engines, and we'll then go ahead and set cont. We'll turn the APU off as well, and the Pro P can come on as well. Right, okay, we didn't do below the line for the checklist there, but there's only a few items. Probably would have been useful if we did it though, because I probably wouldn't have missed all that stuff. Okay, so yeah, we didn't miss anything major there. We'll go ahead and put the transponder to alt off, and we'll do the before taxi checklist. So generators are on, APU is off, start switch is cont, anti-ice actually. That is a good one. Let's get the engine only anti-ice on for this departure. Air conditioning packs are in auto, bleeds are on. Isolation valve is... did I put that in auto? I did. Okay, fantastic. Flaps we can set to flaps 5 for departure. Let's just make sure that's actually gone into the right spot there. Beautiful stuff. Okay, stab trim is 6 units, which is required at 6 units set. Start lever is in the idle detent. Flight controls are... Do a quick flight controls check in a second, and recall is checked. So flight controls all looking good. My chair's leaning back here. Hang on. There we go. Beautiful. And then rudder, all feeling free, and I'm fine. Beautiful. Fantastic. Fantastic. Right then, let's go. I didn't get... Did I not I don't think I disconnected the GPU. It must have done it automatically, didn't it? Right, so let's get the taxi lights on. And we can get underway here. Is there anyone else actually here on VATSIM? There is actually. There's a couple of people. Fantastic. It's lagging loads since this weather loaded in. Holy crap. Right, so parking brake is released, and let's go. I'm not actually on the taxiway here, am I? Ha! Ha! Am I? It's gotten very dark, hasn't it? Let's make it a bit brighter. Because we wanted a daylight leg, and then we wanted to do a... yeah, the taxiway's to our right there, isn't it? Okay, let's go. Oh, beautiful. That's you, Mariner. Fantastic. So that's Mariner behind us. Norwegian Air Shuttle 626 over there. Fantastic. Looks like you're in a bit of an old school livery there as well. Let's see. Yes, that seems to be very old school. Right. Let's get that turned off. So if you remember the taxi, we said we're going to take a left on to... I don't actually remember, to be quite honest, but there's no one online, so we're just gonna taxi on. I know the way. We'll just have to avoid the potholes. Right. Okay, let's get the auto throttle armed, and we'll put LNAV on. For the departure. Beautiful stuff. All right, chat. I will catch up with the messages once we get underway here. I'm just very aware that there was a few things that took me a while to grasp there. So yeah, I kind of just want to get underway for you guys, really. All right. Bella says the 737 series are so complicated compared to Airbuses. I don't know necessarily if they are or not. I think for me, at least, it's just a familiarity thing. Obviously, I don't fly the Boeing quite as often as I fly the Airbuses. But if you fly it a few times, it really isn't that complicated, actually. And in some respects, it's a bit simpler than the Airbuses because the flows seem to be quite a bit more, yeah, I don't know, a bit more straightforward maybe. There's a lot of stuff that I find you do in the Boeings as well that is a little bit more for redundancy. There's some stuff that you don't necessarily, I would say that there are some things that you maybe don't necessarily have to do. but are done for more of a procedural redundancy type thing. I might be totally wrong about that, but we do have a Jet 2 pilot in the chat, so I'm sure he could probably tell us, as I'm guessing he flies a 737 if he's with Jet 2. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Isn't VNAV supposed to be on 2? I think that depends on your company procedure, Tazzy, and probably pilot discretion as well. I usually depart with VNAV off because that's the way I've learnt to do it. So yeah, I think it's more of a procedural thing. It really is a shame you can't see the water on the ground though in X-Plane. It's so bizarre that you can see water on the windscreen but not on the ground. Also traffic, Norseman 608 lining up runway 01 left. Also traffic. Right. Okie dokie, let's get the landing lights on and we'll put the position light to strobe. Wheel well light doesn't need to be on anymore, does it? We'll do the before takeoff checklist as well. I'm not sure we've actually done that one yet. Oh, there isn't. Oh, it's actually on the yoke, isn't it? I always do that. Right, so before takeoff. Oh, what's going on with the camera? Please. Right. So before takeoff, config is checked, actually. Okay, so there's an issue with our config. I'll deal with that in just a second. Flaps are flaps 5, green lights. Stab trim is 6 units set. Takeoff briefing is reviewed. Cabin is secure. MCB is set. Transponder TAR8. We'll go ahead and do that in just a second here. And the strobe lights and landing lights are on. So that is not the before takeoff checklist complete. So we've just got a couple more items to take care of first. Lack, dude, welcome to the chat. It has been a while, hasn't it, mate? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Alright, we'll get lined up anyway. I just need to resolve a couple of things first by the looks of things. So, parking brake is set. Right, okay, so transponder. TAR8. Now then, I've definitely missed something because the takeoff config warning went off when I advanced the throttles, and I'm quite sure what it is. Let's try it again. Okay, it still missed something. Interesting. Oh, I can't interact with this anymore. I used to be able to do that. Okay. What have I missed, chat? Oh dear, the camera's gone skew whiff.
And Oslo traffic, Norseman 626, pushing start from stand 68, Oslo traffic.
LNAV is on. I don't think that would trigger a takeoff config warning either if LNAV wasn't on, to be quite honest. It's probably something really obvious, to be honest. Spoilers not armed. The flaps are set to flaps 5. Speed brake is down, that's fine. Speed brakes aren't armed for takeoff in the 737. Maybe the wipers? Surely not. Yaw damper is on. Probes are on. Anti-ice is on. Do. Everything looks fine up there. Strobe light is on. Parking brake wasn't on when I did the initial check there. There you go, it still went off. Oh no, okay. Maybe it's just bugging out on me. Interesting. Okay. I guess it... Yeah. Well, when I was lining up there, I did the config check, and it didn't go off. So, yeah, very strange on that one. Okay, never mind. Great stuff. Also, traffic, Norseman 608 is departing, runway 01 left. Also traffic. Okay, so let's go, chats. Alright, yeah, I'll start the clock for you guys. There we go. Alright, Toga. See, there you go. It did the little config warning there for a second. Okay, we've got N1, Toga. Takeoff thrust is set. 80 knots. V1.
V1, rotate.
Rotate.
Positive brake.
Gear up. LNAV. Beautiful. Oh, look at the wingtip vortices. Okay, I definitely can't do a flyby camera while I'm manually flying.
1,000.
Okay, 1,000 feet. Mandate. Let's bug up. Alright. Flaps up to 1. And flaps to 0. Let's go VNAV. Which is going to give us 230 knots for this first turn as per the departure that we looked at earlier on. We'll get our nose lights turned off as well. Beautiful stuff. All right. Fantastic. There we go, guys. That was not too bad. That was not too bad. I don't think. Not too shabby. Right, we're going to go ahead and clear ourselves up to a cruising flight level here because we don't have a controller on, so we might as well there. 340 is the cruising altitude, so there we go. Let's just check we've got no constraints coming up here. No, we do not. Okay, we're looking good.
Executing pushback from gate 22.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Do you have to trim it? Yes, you do have to manually trim it. Yes, it's not fly-by-wire. Yeah.
Norseman 626. Also traffic, taxi and runway 01 left via Gold.
Alright, it seems to be doing something strange here.
Also traffic.
Alright, I'm going to go to head in select. I'm not sure why it was keeping on turning there. That was a strange one. Let's just give ourselves a direct to ATLAP. And we'll go back to LNAV. Set standards. And we'll put the gear to the off position. Now then, why can't I mess with the yoke? Let me just see here. There's something in here where you can turn the yoke off so you can't actually interact with it.
Avoid traffic. Northman 626 will take taxiway, hotel, and Mike. Runway 01 left. Traffic can carry on.
Can't remember which one it was.
22.
And we are finished with push, so we will use Golf when ready for taxi. 70 problem, thank you.
Huh, what is going on here? So we've got FMC speed, LNAV, VNAV alt. Oh baby, the frame rate is absolutely dying. It seems to be taking this this restriction here. That is also very strange. Can we copy? Can we put this here and see if that fixes things? Okay, it thinks we're at our cruising flight level, which is bizarre. Let's go to flight level change for now, just so we can continue the climb up here. Not really sure why it's doing that, to be honest. Oh, okay. Interesting. Something's gone wrong. Something's gone wrong here. This is strange. I've not had this one before with the Zibo. Right. Let's just put 340 back in here. Oh, we can. Okay. Is that going to take 34,000? No, it's not. Huh. Okay, it's done it now. Let's execute that. Enable cruise alt, apparently. I told you that seemed a bit high. Right. Okay. Let's go for flight level 240 then instead. What are we at now? We're at 135. Right, let's do that instead. Yeah, SimBrief does that with the Zibo for some reason. It seems to always get the cruising flight level wrong. So let's, if we go back to VNAV now. There we go, VNAV speeds. Beautiful. Okay, so that's all fixed now and looking good. Right. Okay then, finally. Beautiful. We got there in the end, chat. A few teething issues, but nothing too major. Nothing too major. Look at that view though. That is absolutely stunning, isn't it? Turn the seatbelt signs off. Passengers are still satisfied, so I'm not too worried. That's all that matters at the end of the day. Beautiful stuff. All right, chat. Let's catch up with some of the messages then. All right. Right, okay. Guys, if I missed any questions of yours, please do ask them again. I'm probably going to miss some more. Paul, I'm doing very well, thank you. Yeah, thanks for asking. How are you doing? Haunted plane. Yeah, maybe it is, or maybe I'm just an idiot. It's quite possible I'm an idiot. Snoopy Dog, thank you very much for the sub on YouTube, as well as Ben Brum, thank you very much, dude. And Wally, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Stephen, thank you very much for the 100 stars as well. Much appreciated, dude. Can you change the numbers on the yoke? Generic Pilot asks. So, I don't believe you can. Now, that's one thing that I was actually just looking at for a minute ago. I was just trying to find out the... So there's a way you can actually change it so you can interact with the mouse with various different bits in the cockpit. And I'm a little bit lost as to where that's gone. There's so many options in this EFB. It's just absolutely incredible to try and find certain things sometimes. Let's see. Oh, I really don't know. I thought it was on this calibration here, but... Yeah, 10 points if anyone can tell me where that is in the EFB here, because I'm... There it is. Okay. It's on visual effects. Okay, I mean, I suppose that does make sense a little bit, but at the same time, maybe... Nah. I would have put that under controls or something like that. Anyway, manipulate throttle. Let's just do that one. And then we should be able to now come down here and just slide this. No, we still can't do it. Okay, that's because that's not the throttle, is it, guys? That's the yoke, isn't it? I'm smart. There we go. Okay, so we could do that. And you're asking if you can change these numbers. You can't, unfortunately. I've just disconnected the autopilot. I'm smart. There we go. But yeah, you can't actually change those numbers, unfortunately. You can move this, but that's it. Anyways, after takeoff checklist, air conditioning and pressurization. Probably a bit late to be doing this, maybe, but all looking good. Everything looks fine there. We can put these back to off. Landing lights off as well, obviously. Engine start switches are in off. Landing gear is up and off. Auto brake is off. Flaps are up. No lights. Altimeters are set to standard. After takeoff checklist complete. Right, there we go. So we've actually extended our cruise out a little bit here because we've chosen a slightly lower cruising altitude. Look at the scenes, though. Look at the scenes below us. Absolutely beautiful. Magic. Oh, what's happened there? Okay. Alright, let's see. Paul's been good, just mad busy at work. Fair enough, dude. Yeah, I could relate, actually. I could relate. So, I mean, it's good that you're busy, to be fair. Right, we need that pushback tool for Microsoft Flight Simulator. We certainly do, Generic Pilot. We really, really do. At least I started the AP. Yes, Asa. Yeah. At least my intention was good. You know, I sort of knew what I was doing, but at the same time, I sort of didn't. So there we go. Well, we're taking off from Bella. We're taking off from Oslo Gardermoen. And Jopie asks, how can you get realistic buildings in X-Plane 11? You're probably asking the wrong guy, to be honest. I'm not hugely clued up on my scenery situation in X-Plane, but I have X-Europe, which is quite good for Europe. I'm not sure if that's what you're looking for, but that's quite a good one. Yeah, have a look into X-Europe. How did your departure go, Mariner? Clem says, I would like to ask you something. Yeah, go ahead, dude. He says, I'll be making a recap of all your streams, starting with the SES CRJ900. I'll be rewatching all your streams, starting with the CRJ900. Do I hate myself partially, but I do care about you. Oh, that's so nice of you, Clem. Thank you very much, dude. Well, I mean, it's entirely up to you, dude. I mean, there's plenty of people in here that have watched probably nearly all of my streams. And, you know, if you enjoy the content, it's not... I wouldn't say it's sad. You know, I watch my own streams. That's sad. But yeah, dude. I mean, yeah, that's really cool. That's really cool. I hope you enjoy. Hope you enjoy. That's a lot of content to watch right there. Shannon asks, when can I play this on Xbox One? Probably never, unfortunately. This is X-Plane, not Microsoft Flight Simulator. So it's probably never going to be on Xbox. It's just PC only. You can play it on Mac, though. And on mobile, actually. John, welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well. Hello. Welcome, welcome. All right. Lack says, my lord, I need to catch up on some more live to ease the anxiety. Yes, I remember you're a bit of a nervous flyer, aren't you, Lack? Dude, yeah, by all means, join in, dude, and ask any questions you want, dude. I'm happy to try and answer them for you, and see if we can help you with those with that anxiety for your flights there, dude. Yeah, happy to help where I can, man. Happy to help. But good to have you back in the stream as well, dude. All right. Mariner, that thing with the speed brakes, I'm not sure. I don't think that was the issue with the takeoff config, because we seem to suss it in the end. But yeah, that's an option that I've changed a few times actually, but for some reason it doesn't seem to want to save it. Let me see if I can actually get it to save. Absolutely stunning views out here though. Like, there is something about the X-Plane, you know, in some respects, the actual ground imagery in X-Plane, you know, if you get ortho imagery, in a lot of respects, it is better in a lot of areas of Microsoft Flight Simulator. For example, just the way the terrain looks. I feel like it looks far more detailed in X-Plane in some instances. Especially here. Like, I've flown this route in Microsoft Flight Simulator before, and I don't quite remember noticing this gnarly scenery down here. Cockpit looks great in X-Plane, says Chris. Chris, welcome, by the way, buddy. I hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Yeah, can't wait for it either, mate. Can't wait for it either. Jet 2 pilot Henry said, press on the middle of the yoke. I'm not sure what that one was to do with. Was it to do with this? To hide the yoke. Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. I think that the actual click spot is not actually the yoke. I think it's actually right here. Beautiful. All right. Well, we got there in the end. I think Jet 2 pilot Henry's probably cringing a little bit, but he's probably also telling me to turn the heading bug. Something I always forget to do. Alright, guys. Fred, welcome to the chat. Thank you, dudes. Yeah. Thank you very much for joining us here on YouTube. Yeah, I do enjoy the channel here on YouTube. It just tends to just look a lot better for some reason. Yeah, no worries, Clem. No worries at all, dude. No worries. I tend to try and go back through as many messages as I can do. Generic Pilot says, am I doing a flight in and out of Hamburg anytime soon? I'm not planned on, no, but potentially in the future. I'll just put it in the Discord and I'll try and remember. Yeah, I don't have any scenery for Hamburg though, so there's that as well. Will I join Cross the Pond events? Probably, yeah. I'll probably try. Bella, it's not open for sign-ups yet, I don't think, is it? Did I get the Q400? No, I didn't, Paul. No, not yet. No, not yet. I was expecting the 737 from Microsoft Flight Sim to come out a bit earlier than what it has done, to be honest. So I'm still just kind of saving some cash for that, I think. Clem, I'm not sure the best way. You could probably upload it to a Google Drive or something like that. That would probably be the best way. Or Dropbox, something like that, and just send a link on Discord. Alright, do we have a controller on still? I think we do, actually, on 120650. We do, actually, yeah. Okay, let's have a word. What is his call sign even? Polaris Control, fantastic. Turn the music.
Go climb 290, Unicom 128, har det?
Climb 290, Unicom 128. Ha det bra, takk for god service. Julestad 134.
Polaris Control, very good evening. Norseman 608, flight level 240, inbound Pessur.
Okay, so question number Sman 608, hello, squawk 4245.
Squawk 4245, Norseman 608.
There's 165 Echo, descend flight level 100.
4245 on the Squawk.
Descend flight level 100, United 16 Mach Echo.
I always struggle with these knobs.
Descend 4,000 feet, connection 971.
Correct there, Palm 4,000 feet, connection 907.
There we go.
For 180.
Norseman 608, identified, descend when ready, flight level 100, Pessur 3 November, arrival.
Descend when ready, flight level 100, Pessur 3 November arrival, Norseman 608. Alright, great stuff. Descend when ready. We're not quite at top of descent yet, so we won't descend just yet. And the Pessur 3 November arrival, which is, I believe, what we have in anyway. It is indeed. Okay, so we don't need to change anything there. What we should do, though, is we should do a bit of a arrival briefing. So let's go ahead and have a quick look at that. Alrighty then. So, Pessur 3 November is this arrival here. And let's have a quick look then. So we've got Pessur 3 November is the Arnav arrival for runway 17. Airport elevation is 166. I'm going to actually set that now before I forget. Okay, so that's set. We are approaching our top of descent, but we've just got a couple of miles to go here yet. So I'm just going to we're just going to do this briefing for now. Okay. Pessur 3 November, airport elevation 166. We haven't checked the ATIS yet, but we will do that in a moment. So we're coming into Pessur. We need to be above flight level 100 Pessur. Then we're going to come down on the 295 track towards Bravo Romeo 627, at which point we need to be between flight level 130 and flight level 8000. From there, we're going to take the same track down to Bravo Romeo 624, where we want to be at 220 knots and between 6,000 and 8,000 feet. We're then going to take a right turn, 360 track towards Lutiv, which is where we want to be at 220 knots and between 6,000 and 8,000 again. And then we're going to follow this around all the way 340, 320, 300, 278 to Bravo Romeo 620, at which point we're going to take a left turn down to Gilver, which is going to be a minimum altitude of 4,000 feet. From there, we are going to transition to the ILS. This is the ILS for ILS Whiskey for runway 17 at Bergen, Norway. Localizer frequency 109.9, which I'm going to set right now in the background. And I'm going to wind the altitude bug to 10,000 or 10,000. Right. Okay, great stuff. Final approach course is 170 degrees, and the airport elevation, as we said, 166. Same elevation as the runway itself. MSA is quite high, so 5,500 in the northeast sector, which is going to affect us for this approach. But that is the highest MSA for Bergen, based on the Flesland VOR here. Inbound course, as we said, is 170 for the ILS, so I'm just going to set that as well, so I don't forget. I'll show you guys what I've changed once we've looked at the chart here. Wow, X-Plane is laggy today. Alright, so once we've arrived at Gilva, which is minimum altitude of 4,000 feet, if you remember from the previous chart, also max 220 knots, and we're going to come in at Gilva, 240 track towards Bablu, minimum altitude 3,000 feet for that leg there. And then we're going to come onto the localizer. Flying down the localizer, 170 is the inbound course. And after Bablu, we are going to do a dive and drive to 2,400 feet, at which point we're going to reach our final approach, fix 7.1 miles from the localizer. Descent angle is 3 degrees, and the minimums are going to be 370 feet for us today in this aircraft. Missed approach is climb on 170 when passing 2,000, intercept and proceed on the 170 radial from the Flesland VOR. And enter holding, climbing to 3,000 feet. So 3,000 feet essentially is the missed approach altitude we want to put in, and we can expect vectoring as well. Once arriving at the airfield, we're landing on runway 17 here, so in this way we'll try and vacate either Alpha 6 or Alpha 7, and we'll taxi to the main terminal here. I'm not sure which terminal we're going to get sent to. I don't actually know which one Norwegian Air Shuttle uses here, but I'm guessing it's Terminal 2 or Terminal 3. So we'll come off Alpha 6, Alpha 7 potentially, and come up... well, we'll basically come off either one of those, taxi along Whiskey to our relevant stand. We might have to come down Mike here, otherwise it's going to be fairly straightforward on Whiskey, and potentially carrying on down here as well, but we'll see what happens once we get there. But that is it. That is our arrival into Bergen. As you can see, we're actually coming onto the chart here. We're actually passing through Pesur as we speak. Alright, great stuff. So let's jump back in and have a look at what's going on. So, as you can see here, I've changed the course knob on both sides here to the ILS inbound course, or the localizer inbound course of 170 degrees. I've tuned the localizer on 109.9 on both sides here and here, as you can see. And that's about everything I did.
Control United 16 Mike Echo, should I stay on 10,000 feet?
What we can also do is we can grab the ATIS as well on 125250. Let's see if that is a voice.
16 Mike Echo. 608, cleared direct Gilva.
Alright, let's do that and we'll listen.
Contact tower 119.1. 608, direct Gilva.
Direct Gilva, Norseman 608. Okay, we've got a direct. Gilva. Executes.
972.
Okay, the ATIS is sort of working, but it's sort of not.
Via Gilva, cleared LS Whiskey 17. Descend 4,000 feet via Gilva.
So I'm just going to have to get the text ATIS because I can't really tell what that's saying. So we've got information, Mike, ILS Whiskey.
Descend 6,000 feet, connection 971.
Descend 6,000, QNH 971, Norseman 608. Okay, so we're down to 6,000. QNH is 971. We'll get that set as well. Okay, we're going to set that now because we're cleared down to an altitude. We are going a little bit quick. We could do a performance calculation for the landing, but I don't really have time for that, so I'm just going to go for an auto brake 3. And we're also going to go... Yeah, we're just going to go for auto brake 3. No issues. Okay, so it's saying drag required. Let's get the speed brakes out. Put that all the way to the flight detent. Beautiful scenes. Oh my lord, look at this.
Scanner went for 188, contact tower 119.1.
Right, that's going to be our next frequency, 119.1.
Stellan 7 Echo, no further to see him on Dream Come 128, har du?
Why do we have a master caution?
Green Star 7 Echo, ha det!
I think I've missed something, haven't I? Alright, so we're at 8,000 feet now. We're slowing down to 240 knots, that's fine. It's more or less just stopped us descending completely there, but no issues, I don't think. Alright, 8,000 feet, landing lights, runway turn-off lights, taxi lights on. Put the seatbelt signs on as well for the passengers. Oh, self-loaded cargo is messed up because we never reached our cruising altitude, did we? Oh, god damn it. Let's see what it does anyway. Hopefully they'll fix that one day where we can actually change stuff while we're in flight. Speed brakes are still out here, and we are looking like we're rejoining the profile here, so I'm going to bring the speed brakes back. I'll put them into the armed position. Alright, so we're getting close now. I'm going to turn the music down and I'll turn the sim up a little bit for you guys. And let's have a quick look at our landing speeds real quick. Something I nearly always forget in this aircraft. We're going to go for a flaps. Let's just have a check on the 80s again real quick. So winds are 130 at 14 knots, so nothing too crazy, but some decent wind. But we're going to go for a flaps 40 landing. And the runway is actually wet as well, so bear that in mind. Right, 1,000 to go. Throttle's coming up. Right.
Norseman 608, descend 5,000 feet.
Send 5,000, Norseman 608.
Iris Control, Norseman 626, approaching your airspace, flight level 240. Norseman 626, what's your unfortunately, I'm closing in about 3 to 5 minutes, so you can just continue to Unicom on to direct. Continue Unicom.
Oh, poor Mariner. Ah, that's unfortunate, isn't it? We're a little bit below the profile here, but that's no issue for us. We're going to continue on down.
608, descend 4,000 feet, clear ILS Whiskey 17.
Send 4,000 feet, cleared ILS Whiskey 17, Norseman 608. I love the call sign Norseman. That is so good. I love it. So we're cleared for the approach. Let's go ahead and arm the approach. So we've got Vorlock and Glide Slope White. Again, I'm not sure on the call outs for the Boeing aircraft, but there we go. We're going to continue on at this speed for a little while.
Currently have trouble with the plane. I'm trying to get manual back on the ILS.
Beautiful. All right.
Thousand to go.
Okay, 1,000 to go. We are looking good. Vorlock. So capturing the localizer now, and I'm going to make a left turn. I'm going to go speed into vents, and we're going to bring the speed back to 200 knots. And we've got glide slope capture as well. This looks like it's a bit of an early glide slope capture. I may just have to intervene here. Oh dear. Let's go to heading selects. Oh, okay.
Reduce speed 200 or less.
Was that for Norseman 608?
Norseman 608, cancel approach, not following the transition, maintain, descend and maintain 3000, heading 270, will vector you from the approach.
Hey, firm, descend 3000, heading 270, Norseman 608. Okay.
United 16 Mike Echo, contact tower 1191.
Hello?
1191, thank you so much, United 16 Mike Echo.
Huh. It won't let me go heading select for some reason. Let's just do that, and then heading...
168, heading 270, please.
Hey firm, heading 270, Norseman 608. Alright, I'm just going to disconnect, and I'm just going to fly to heading 270 manually.
2500.
I'm not sure why it won't let me disconnect the approach there. Very strange. Huh. There we go.
168, turn right heading 310.
Right heading 310, Norseman 608. Alright. Command A. There we go. Issue fixed. Huh. Yeah, that was strange. Didn't let me go back to heading select after it had captured the localizer. Maybe that's something I'm unaware of here, but it's, yeah, weird. It's probably something I did wrong, to be fair, but yeah, strange. I'm not sure why it intercepted the localizer so early there as well. That was a bit bizarre. Maybe I armed approach far too early there. Because when we're in the Airbus, we always arm approach when we're cleared for the approach. But in this instance...
608, turn right heading 350.
Right heading 350, Norseman 608. Yeah, it just seemed to completely ignore the transition there. Very strange. Replay today, of course, DK. We're in X-Plane. It does the replays automatically, so no worries there.
168, turn right heading 080.
Right heading 080, Norseman 608.
Norseman 608, turn right heading 080.
Right heading 080. Sorry, I don't think it transmitted there. Norseman 608. Dear oh dear, I think maybe this controller's not too happy with me at the moment. Dear oh dear, I do apologise.
Continue right turn heading 140, KLS 17.
Continue right turn heading 140, cleared ILS 17, Norseman 608. Yeah, if you're watching Mr. Controller, I do apologise. I do apologise. Right, okay then. So... this time, I am going to just, let's arm the approach. Hopefully it doesn't go pear-shaped on me this time. Did I tell him the aircraft played up? No, I didn't, no. I'm not about to blame the aircraft when I don't know for 100% that it wasn't something that I did wrong. So I'm not going to try and blame it until I've actually worked it out. Right, okay, so we are on a heading for the final approach. So pressurization, let's do the descent checklist, which we have already completed, so that's all fine. Approach checklist is complete as well. Okay, great stuff. So we should have Vorlock now. We do indeed. Great stuff. Let's get these to continuous. Right, so landing checklist we'll do in just a moment. Let's go to flaps 1 now.
Norseman 608, contact tower 1191.
Tower 1191, Norseman 608. Thank you for your patience.
All stations, Superlux control.
Right, there we go. Let's bug down. Actually, no, we're not bugged down just yet. Bergen Tower, very good evening. Norseman 608, established ILS 17.
Norseman 608, flash on tower, hello, continue approach.
Continue approach, Norseman 608. Alright, let's go to the flaps 1 speeds.
40 degrees, 12 knots, runway 17 cleared. Takeoff, traffic just departed, subscription diamond 43 miles sort west from the field.
Alright, flaps 2. Look at this. Oh my days. Wow. What a location though, chat. Absolutely stunning.
2500.
Right, okay, so flaps 5 speed 166. Takes quite a bit to slow down as this aircraft. Let's get the gear down. Okay, flaps 5. Flaps 10 even.
Lima Hotel Juliet, flash on tower shortly closing. Who further rates available? Frequency change approved to 12. Tusen tack för det.
Flaps 15.
Lima Hotel Juliet, Norseman 144, no further rates steam, monitoring the com, 12 decimal 8, god tur. 12 decimal 8, Norseman 144, how right?
Get the wipers on now.
08, wind 140 degrees, 12 knots, runway 17, clear to land.
17 clear to land, Norseman 608. Alright, great stuff. We're clear to land. Let's go to flaps 25. This is... Oh my god, this is a stunning approach. I've done this in Microsoft Flight Simulator. I don't recall it being quite this nice looking. Alright, flaps 30. Still 1,000 feet above ground level here. And let's bug our final approach speed, which is 140 knots. Flaps 40, final config is in. So landing checklist, that switch is continuous, recall is checked. Speed brake is armed and green lights. Landing gear is down, 3 greens. Water brake is 3 set. Flaps are 40 green light and landing lights are on. Landing checklist is complete. Let's take manual control and manual throttles.
Thank you for the HS and your service. Yeah, 16.
There we go.
Good night.
Alright, manual control. Getting a bit high, correcting. Got a bit of wind from the left, so I'm going to try and get to the left of center line a little bit here.
400. 300. 200.
Oh, it's very sensitive.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Full reverse speed brakes deployed. Oh. Dancing on the rudders here. 80 knots. And we are down. Wow, this is a very uphill steep, very uphill runway, isn't it? Holy balls. Woo! That felt like quite a nice landing, chat. I don't know what the landing rate was, but that felt quite nice. I think I was touchdown zone center line as well, almost. Alright, we're coming off here. Probably a bit quick, but there we go. Slowed down. Alright, I think the controller just went offline as well, so we're not going to get any taxi clearances or anything like that. We'll just have to use Unicom. Oh, beautiful. Came off at Alpha 6 as well. Fantastic. Let's get the flaps retracted and disarm the speed brakes here. We'll get the auto brake off. If it's going to come off. There we go. We'll get the landing lights off as well as the strobe lights. There we go. Engine start switches back to off. And the anti-ice can come off. As well as the probe heat. I'm not sure if this guy is moving or not. He's not. Beautiful. Alright. Let's just stop here. I'm not sure why I keep getting a master caution light. I would love to know why. Right, let's go to Unicom 1228. And we'll switch over like so. And bit of this. Please. There we go. Alright, chat. That was nice. Right. Okay, so after landing, checklist is probably on here, right? Shut down checklist even. Alright, we'll do that in a sec. Everything else is looking fine. Okay, self-loading cargo has just messed up on me, so I'm just going to close that. And let's just have a quick scan here, make sure there's nothing else I need to do. I think we're looking good. Let's just taxi to a stand. I'm not sure which stand to go for. I quite fancy one of these with the nice blue jetway, to be quite honest with you, though. Just purely on the look of it. Let's go. Mariners 10 minutes out. Beautiful. Am I flying the return leg? Yes, I was going to, Chris. Yes. Yes. Don't know if I'd call it flawless flight, but it could be worse. Yeah, certainly, generic pilot. Good observation there. Yeah, it was a little bit skewy whiff, wasn't it? But, I mean, I'm just going to... You know, my excuse is I don't... You know, I don't fly this aircraft nowhere near as often as I fly the Airbus. So, that is my excuse, and I'm sticking with it. It's very moist here, isn't it, in Bergen? Let's come into this stand right here. Let's get the runway turn off and taxi lights off as we come in for this stand. I really can't see anything because of this rain. Right, okay. Guys, who's going to guess the landing rate? Who's going to guess the landing rate? Go on, I want your guesses in chat right now. Come on. Let's see. How much faith do you have in me? Oh, God. I'm really struggling here, aren't I? Plus 100 and plus 111. I'm really struggling to get this thing on the freaking center line here. It's really struggling to go forwards. Look at that scenery, though. It's so good. Alright, look at the mountains in the background. They look so, so good. Do we have VDGS? I think we do, actually. think we do. We do indeed. Oh, have I put on the brakes too early? I have. Of course I have. And I'm looking at this right here, guys, by the way. Stop. Back brake set. I didn't turn the APU on, did I? God damn. Yeah, we'll just have to leave the engines on for a second here. Let's see how well that lined us up there. Okay, we're definitely not on the line there. I'm not sure. Dear, oh dear. Look at this Scandinavian 330, though. That is a thing of beauty. Oh, it's a bit low res, though, isn't it? Dear, oh dear. What a stunning airport. What a stunning airport. The rain in X-Play 11 is weird because it only appears on the windshield. Yes, correct. It is very strange. X-Plane 12, though, should hopefully fix that. Right, let's see who won. Let's see who won the... Oh, my God. Let's see who won the landing rate lottery. And I think you're going to be fairly disappointed, guys. I think you're going to be fairly disappointed with your guesses. I can't see anyone right there who's got even close. And that's not a good thing, really, is it? Really. Oh, God, this is a little bit embarrassing, actually. I thought that was quite a good landing, but really not. Yeah, 464, guys. 464. Let's see who actually got the closest, then. I think Generic Pilot got the closest. Generic Pilot 190. That's the closest. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Let's have a look at the fuzz pad anyway and just see what the situation is there. So, as you can see, I mean, we were centre line, touchdown zone, and I think the issue with that landing was, as you can see, I touched down right just before the actual markers themselves, the aiming point. So I think the issue was I didn't quite hold the nose up well enough and you know, continue the flare out to soften the landing really. So although it wasn't, you know, a life-ending landing rate, it was a little bit firm, let's say. But having said that, we pretty much nailed the center line and the touchdown zone, which, to be quite honest with you, this is a fairly short runway, so, you know, I'm going to take that. You know, like I said in my previous streams, I'm all about this. All about the center line, all about the touchdown zone, you know. Smooth landing is a tertiary requirement, in my opinion. So, you know, 464 is going to be firm, isn't it? But it's not going to cause any damage. But it's certainly not butter, let's say. 1.57G apparently, so yeah, would have probably felt that in the cabin fairly well. So there you go, guys. I hope you're nice and disappointed with your guesses there. Dear oh dear. Right, have we got the APU? We have got the APU. Let's get the APU bleed on. Right, let's get these engines shut down. And we're gonna... Oh dear, I've done it again, haven't I? I've done it again. Oh dear, what am I like? What am I like? Pro pilot. I'm actually not a pro pilot, so, you know, I can excuse myself quite easily, actually. So, let's get the transponder back to standby, and I think that should do it, really. I think that should do it. I think the sloped runway might have contributed a little. That's a very good observation, actually, there. Generic pilots could well have done that. Could well have done that. For damp weather, probably about right. Yeah. I'm gonna take that. You're giving me excuses, guys. You're giving me excuses that I can use. I love it. I love it. Mariner's on approach, by the sounds of things. Look at this scenery, though. I love how the houses kind of look like they should be the right houses for Norway as well, to a certain degree. Where is Mariner? Is he on the approach? Have I missed him? There he is. Oh, no. Yes, there he is. Here he comes. Here he comes. We'll check out the replay once we've got Mariner's landing coming in here. Look at this area, though. This is just a stunning area, isn't it? It's absolutely ridiculous. What is going on with the runway there? Just look at that. God damn. But yeah, we'll look at the replay and we'll look and see where it was that I actually went wrong there. I might have let the nose drop too much, maybe. I might have let it drop a little bit too much there when I pulled the power back. Pro sim pilots. Yeah, if you say so, dude. But yeah, the sloped runway might have contributed a little bit, but probably not too much. I don't know. I don't think it starts sloping up until a little bit further down, so yeah, I don't know. Home email says I have default weather. Use Librain in the FBA. Go to settings, visual effects, choose SKI. Yeah, so home email. I've tried that one before, but it doesn't work with Vulkan, does it? So I'm not too bothered about that. I think the frame rate I get without Vulkan on is a little bit more even ropey than this, and yeah, I don't really want to turn Vulkan off, to be honest. Clem says, what is my favourite approach? That is a good question. I'm really not sure, actually. One of my favourite approaches. Let's see. I don't know. I think probably the most enjoyable landing I've ever done is at Corsica. Oh. Where are we here? There's the runway. Mariner might be looking a bit high there. Or has he gone around or something? I think he might have gone around there. That's a go around, I think. But yeah, my favourite approach. Yeah, really enjoy the approach into Corsica, the circle to land there. That's really, really cool. What else? The approach into Bilbao in Spain is very nice as well. I can't remember off the top of my head. We've done so many stunning approaches. Skardu as well. That is absolutely insane, isn't it? I have a 3080, yeah, but home email, it's not all about that, to be honest with you. I mean, yeah, it's a powerful graphics card, but X-Plane, the rendering engine is just so it's just, you know, it doesn't really pump out that many frames, even if you like, check this out. My graphics settings are not even that high, and I'm still getting, I mean, I'm only getting 50 FPS sat in the flight deck here. And even if I go outside, it's probably even less. Like, that feels like less right there. And my graphics settings, not exactly maxed out either. So, yeah, I think it's not necessarily a graphics card thing. I think it's more of an X-Plane thing, to be quite honest with you. I'm not an expert, but I feel like that is probably something to do with it. Vulkan, although it is a bit more modern than what they were using previously, it's still quite an old technology at this stage, from what I've read. So, yeah. Using what did they use before? Were they using like OpenGL or something ridiculously old? So, yeah, I don't really want to kind of take another step back into time, unfortunately, just to get some nice streaks on the window. Which airport on Corsica? Calvi, generic pilots. Bella says one of the main reasons I deleted X-Plane 11 performance was awful. Yeah. I mean, the performance is okay, but I mean, to be honest, it kind of astounds me that the performance in X-Plane is the same or worse than in Microsoft Flight Simulator, which is quite astounding, to be honest, considering how old it is now. Microsoft Flight Simulator is bad in optimization. I don't think it really is, to be honest with you. If you look at Microsoft Flight Simulator and the actual fidelity of the graphics and the lighting and the texture resolution and things like that, it's really, really actually quite good, to be honest, from what they've done. Like, for example, if I go to X-Plane here, if I turn my texture quality on to max here, that is just going to literally just kill the sim, basically. I'll get like 10 FPS. And you know, I think that shows what the optimization's like, really, I think. But in Microsoft Flight Simulator, you know, the textures are, you know, 2, 3, 4 times as good as what they are in X-Plane. And it still seems to get a better frame rate, for example. That's just one example, but I don't think Microsoft Flight Simulator is badly optimized at all. I think it's actually quite well optimized. It's just, you know, there's definitely still things they can work on, 100%, but I wouldn't say it's badly optimized. Home email has better CPU, gets same frames. Yeah, well, exactly, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that says it all, doesn't it, really? DK, take it easy, no worries at all. Have a good evening, dude. Same K, welcome to the chat on Twitch. Hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. I should just bring up the chat here, shouldn't I? Alright, let's do a replay then. Oh, that was the wrong button. Replay. My keybind clashes now, doesn't it, with the Nvidia. Alright, there we go. So disconnected from VATSIM. Let's go ahead and do a replay. Look at this scenery, though. This is just wild. So this is where I was manually flying. I think for the most part we did okay. But it was just a flare, wasn't it? Got some condensation coming off the landing gear there. Very cool. Oh yeah, look at that uphill slope there. That is pretty mad. And there we go, down. Yeah, that was a bit of a dodgy rudder application there as well. I probably should have put more right rudder in on the final touchdown there. Yeah, so I was pointed a bit to the left, wasn't I? I think the aircraft started weather vaning a bit once I got down there. So, yeah, not the prettiest, but it did the job. It did the job. Let's have a look at how it looked from the inside of the flight deck here. I just want to see what my attitude was when I came in for the flare there. So
50.
So we were right on profile almost. Coming over the threshold, we're about 50 feet. And coming in now, 30 feet, idling the throttles. 20 feet, still holding the attitude.
20.
The nose hasn't dropped at all. Probably could have done a little bit more back pressure, I guess. Yeah? Yeah, I mean, the nose didn't drop at all, did it? It was just, I just probably could have done with a bit more back pressure there to bring the nose just a slight bit up there. That was the, that was the issue, wasn't it?
25.
My attitude isn't too bad, actually. Yeah, could have just done with just breaking that descent rate just a little bit more. The replay mode in X-Plane is so good, isn't it, guys? It's so good. Yeah, and as you can see, pointing off to the left on the landing there, probably should have squeezed in the rudder maybe a little bit more gently there. As you can see, the rudder's flapping about all over the place. Yeah, Bella, that's a good point, to be fair. Probably could have brought the throttles back maybe a bit smoother, a bit slower. That might have helped, for sure. Not too shabby, though. Not too shabby. I'm not too disappointed with that, to be quite honest with you. Not too disappointed. Too disappointed with that. I can live with that. I can live with that. Beautiful. All right, let's go back out of replay mode then. Actually, no, let's watch it one more time from the old tower view. Oh. Hello? Wait, we're on an aircraft carrier. What's going on here? Oh dear. Okay, let's go back. There we are. There we go. Tower view. Where are we? There she is. Paul, take it easy, brother. Glad to have you again. I'll catch you again soon, dude. Stephen, thank you very much for the 200 stars on Facebook. Much appreciated. That's very generous of you. Home email, thank you very much for the sub on YouTube, as well as Xander. Thank you very much, dude. Thank you very much, and welcome to the stream. Lil Pop as well. Thank you very much for the follow on Twitch. Much appreciated, dude. Much appreciated. SeamK asks, do I have P3D? No, I do not. I don't know if I answered that one. A330 is leaving. Yes, it was indeed. More like a therapy session, yeah. Why am I not using the LevelUp? Because I used that last time we streamed, and it was a little bit wonky, to be honest with you. Yeah, it just didn't feel right, to be honest with you. It didn't feel quite as good as the Zibo. The control response on it is a little bit laggy, a little bit strange. And overall, I just wasn't that impressed with it versus the Zibo. I think the Zibo is just a little bit more refined, isn't it? So that's why, essentially, I think I generally have a better time with the Zibo. But yes, Bella, yeah, I think that's probably a good observation there. Definitely, probably closing the throttles a little bit too quickly there. I literally just, at 30 feet, I just brought them to idle. Maybe I should have brought them back just a bit slower there. Mariner's good this time. Nice, dude. Very good, very good. I love this replay mode. It's so good. Beautiful. Listen to that reverser. Not too shabby though. I'm really not too bothered about how that went, to be honest. I think that was okay. So we're going to do the return leg to Oslo, and hopefully we'll do a better landing. Let's see. All right, we'll get the tunes up a little bit. I'm just going to do a sim brief flight plan here, guys. So you just have to bear with me one moment. We're just going to be we're going to be Norseman 609 this time. And yeah, I am going to do this now, guys, and yeah, I'll be back with you in just a few minutes, guys. I'm just going to take a quick break, and I'll come back to you, and we'll regroup. All right, let's rewind this a bit. Oops, bit too far there, I think. You get a nice little wing view. There you go. You can get a nice little wing view whilst we're being vectored in here. And yeah, I'm just going to nip to the loo and just take a quick break, and I'll be back with you guys for the return leg. Alright, chat. We're back. How stunning is this approach, though, guys? This is insane, isn't it? Holy. Oh, Mariner boomed it down as well. Dear, oh dear. Well, you and me both. Ahmed, welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well, mate. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Katie. If you're watching. Alright, guys. We've got a new flight plan, and we are filed on VATSIM. So we're going to go ahead and do a flight back now. I'm just going to enjoy this broach a little bit longer. This is absolutely insane, isn't it? I need to get myself to Bergen. Holy. So beautiful. Just look at it. Absolutely unreal, isn't it? Holy. Who in the chat has been to Norway? Anyone in the chat been to Norway, from Norway? I would, yeah. I would love to go. Alright. Okay, so... good evening, dude. Welcome. Hey, no problem at all. Glad you enjoyed it, and hope it was helpful for you. Looking forward to them adding some more stuff as well for CPDLC. But yes, I'm glad it helped you, dude. Thank you very much for the comment. Pilot Fist flying from Dubai to Hong Kong, and on the flight plan. On the flight plan, instead of for example, for example 350, it's written 1130. Do you know what it? Do you know now what is it? 1130. I'm not sure what you're referring to there. Are you talking about the cruising flight level? Dubai to Hong Kong. Oh, is it because Hong Kong are using, China are using meters instead of feet? Probably that, Pilot Fisk. I think they use meters in China instead of feet. Mate, Ireland is the most beautiful country in the world. Yeah, Ireland is a very beautiful country as well. Pilot Fisk is from Norway. Beautiful. I think I knew that, actually, to be honest. Very good. Boeing Down Road says, damn, I had a 1050 Ti and only 23 FPS in the Zibo in the air. Do you know how to fix it? I mean, 1050 Ti is quite an old card now. So I don't know if you can necessarily fix it, but I mean, there's a few tweaks that you can try if you just Google maybe something like increase FPS with X-Plane. There's a few plugins you can get, like I've got one that I can't remember the name of it actually. 3J FPS, I think it's called. That's quite a good one for adding in some optimization there for the frame rates. So maybe check that one out. And there's a few other things you can tweak as well. But Google is your friend. I'm not like a super expert on X-Plane, to be honest, when it comes to stuff like that. But yeah, I have looked into it before, and there is quite a lot of resources out there. So I'd recommend just having a bit of a Google search on that one, dude. Sorry I can't be more of use. Right then, chats. Let's just watch the touchdown here, and then we're gonna carry on with our scheduled flights. I do like the camera controls in X-Plane as well. It does feel quite nice to use. Look at that slope on that runway. That is absolutely nuts. Heavy on the rudder there. Heavy on the rudder. All right, chat. Let's get set up for the next flight then. So, toggle replay. Now then, chat. Do you want me to set... do you want me to keep the time... do you want it to be daylight for the next leg? Or do you want it to be the real time, which is going to be nighttime, basically? Let me know what you want in the chat. Nighttime or daytime? Right. Okay, so let's see what the situation is in here. I don't know if the replay mode has screwed anything up or not. We're still on the APU. Let's go ahead and connect some ground power as well. GPU connect, set chocks, and we'll get some doors open as well. We'll see if we can get self-loading cargo to work properly this time, and we'll see how that goes. So we'll use the forward entry. See if the jetway connects here. I'm not sure if it will or not. I mean, yeah, I don't know if it's going to connect there, but it is lined up. Anyways, let's get some other stuff connected here. So forward entry. I'm not sure what this little exclamation point is. If it's trying to tell me it's open, then surely the red button would just suffice. But hey ho, let's carry on. Okay then, chat. So let's. Oh, does this button not work anymore? That one does. Oh, I don't think that one works anymore. Alright, okay. Real time, says Chris. Anyone else in the chat got any views on real or daytime? Let me know what you think. We're obviously using real time weather. Let me know what you think. Landing rating great, though. Come on now, guys. Come on now. Speed brake with flaps 15 to 40. That's a penalty. High glide slope deviation. Yeah, I can accept that one. Land flaps with speed brake. Yeah, I'm not sure. Land flaps, approach speed below 400 feet. Okay. Yeah. I still got a 4. Oh, 3-star. Dear oh dear. Anyway. We're going to nail it next time, chat. We're going to nail it next time. Right, so our passenger load for this leg is going to be 187 passengers, so a full load on the way back this time. And we are going to require a block fuel of 5761. So we'll put that in, and we'll call in the fuel truck as well. Hose is connected. There he is. Mr. Shell is giving us some nice refueling here. X-Plane does look very good though in some scenarios, doesn't it? This scenery is actually quite good. This is an Aerosoft scenery for Bergen, and as you can see, it does look quite good. There's some sceneries out there for X-Plane that are very low res sort of terminal buildings and stuff, but this one's actually pretty nice looking, I think. Let's reconnect to V-Pilots. Okay, so ground power is connected now, so we can go ahead and turn it on. We'll turn the APU off as well, just to not annoy the neighbours of the airports. We'll set this to 310, which is going to be our next cruising flight level for the next flight. And let's just do another quick scan here. So, everything up here is still fine. Coming down here, your damper will turn that back on. Fuel pumps are all on, that's fine. And then come down here, everything looks good there as well. Wipers are still on, we'll leave them on. Coming further down, everything looks good. Seatbelt signs can come off as we haven't got any... The fueling's not completed yet. We'll open self-loading cargo as well while we're at it. and see if we can get that to work properly. Hello? Okay, it's bugging out on me. Yeah, I don't think it's going to work actually, chat. Let's see if I go here. I'll try launch it one more time. Yeah, it just says autosave available. Would I like to restore it? And it's just kind of, I click no and it doesn't do anything. So we're going to have to do without self-loaded cargo for this leg, guys, unfortunately. And we'll turn the dome light on while we're here as well. Right, okay, so... Okay, let's put this back up here. Right, let's get the FMS all hunky-dory. Alright, so... Origin, ENBR, Bergen. We're going to ENGM, which is Oslo. Flight number is going to be November Oscar Zulu 609. And the runway we're going to use for departure is 117, same runway we landed on. So let's go to departure and arrivals. We'll set up the departure. We're going to expect the Gokab Watt 2 Charlie for departure. And then we're going to go back to the route. Next page. And we've just got one en route airway to Adobe via Lima 24. Great stuff. And then the arrival we're expecting into Oslo is 01 right. I think they would use for the arrivals there. And we're going to expect the Adobe 3 Lima arrival. I'm just going to check if there is a controller on. I don't believe there is. There isn't. Okay, so let's go 01 right for the arrival. And we're going to go for the Adobe 3 Lima arrival. And the transition we're going to use is... something that I haven't checked yet, so I'll just go ahead and do that right now. Valpu is the...
Ground flight deck, fuel is all loaded up and you are good to go.
Fuel's loaded up. Let's get the seatbelt signs on. Thank you very much, sir. Let's activate and execute. I'm just going to do that straight away this time. Let's just step through it and just make sure there isn't anything in there that could cause an issue, but... It's weird, the Zibo has done some strange things to us today, hasn't it, in terms of the LNAV. So we're going to expect strange things on this departure. So we're coming out to the south and then an immediate left turn up to Eckerel and then out to the north and then out to the east. Back in, and then we've got a very similar sort of arrival that we have here in Bergen, where we run through these sort of fixes in an arc, and then make a left onto the transition. So Valpu, and then onto the ILS for runway 01 right. All right, so that does look good as it is. So we'll accept that. Let's finish the FMS here. So cost index is going to be 44. Reserve fuel is going to be 2.9 tons. Zero fuel weight is 58 tons. In fact, we don't need to type that in there, do we? We just go like that. There we go. Did I reconnect to VATSIM? I did, yep. Okay, great stuff. Let's see, is Mariner still here, or is he gone? No, I think we've missed him after his go around. We're the only ones here. So lonely. So lonely. Okay, so our cruising altitude 310 is what SimBrief put, but the FMS is saying 266. Yeah, so I'll tell you what we'll do is we'll do 250 then. And cruise wind then is actually going to be slightly different. So 250. Oh, we don't actually have the information for that. Let's see what happens if I put 310. I'm just intrigued to see if it's going to give me an issue. Top climb 227 at 5.2 is the wind. And then the ISO deviation is ISO deviation is -6. Okay, steep descent. Okay, it doesn't say unable cruise out this time, so yeah. Well, to be fair, last time it didn't say unable cruise out. It was only when we gave ourselves a direct that it all of a sudden decided that it wasn't going to do that. So anyway, N1 limit will do 24k, and the takeoff will do flaps 5. CG is going to be 19.4, which is going to give us a trim value of 5.75. There we go. And V-speed 363745. Great stuff. Okay, fantastic. So that is that all done. And let's just go ahead and start the flight leg. That should give us some... hello. Some passengers. Right. Okay, I think we're pretty much ready to go, guys. I absolutely flew through that. So the QNH we can check by using the map here. Okay, I will do. No worries at all. Let's just check the weather information here at Bergen. 971. I'm not sure why I feel the need to say that in a Liverpudlian accent, to be quite honest. Right. Okay, so let's do a departure briefing, and we are going to just sort of tidy up the rest of the stuff we need to do here. So just before I go any further, let's just set 145 here. So we'll set the V2 speeds in the speed window here, and the initial climb we'll set, I think it's 7,000 here again, but we'll have a look at that just in a second. Right, so runway 17, and we're looking for the we're looking for a departure that I've forgotten the name of. Here we go. So we've got GoCab 2 Charlie departure. Right. So, anyways, in terms of taxiing, fairly straightforward here at Bergen. We're going to, I can't stop saying that with a Liverpudlian accent for some reason. Anyway, so we're going to push back, facing to the north here, and we're going to taxi on down Whiskey all the way down to the end. And from there, we are then going to go Bravo, and then up Yankee, all the way to Alpha 1 for the departure on runway 17 here. And then we're going to take the GoCab 2 Charlie, which is runway 17 on our departure. Transition altitude is 7,000 feet here. This stuff is not going to be relevant for us because we've got no ATC on. Airport elevation is 166. That is already set. So the departure itself is going to take us runway heading 170 out to Unput. Left turn 080 to Bravo Romeo 531. Max 250 knots here. That's no problem. And then we've got Ekrel via the 354 track there. And from Ekrel, Bravo Romeo 626, and then we're going to come out 052 track to Ospass, and then 105 track to GoCab. That's the departure. There's only one restriction on there that we need to pay attention to, which is 250 knots at Bravo Romeo 531. The initial climb clearance is 6,000 feet, so we'll set that, but it's not really going to affect us too much because of the lack of ATC on at the moment, so we can just clear ourselves straight up to our cruising flight level, which in fact I'm just going to do. I'm just going to set 310 here in the flight deck. Okay, cool. So let's jump back and just to make sure that speed restriction is in, and then we're pretty much good to go, guys. So looking at the legs page, 250 or below at Bravo Romeo 531, which is in, so that is fine. That is checked and okay. All right, guys, we are ready to rock. Let's get the APU fired up. And we'll come up here. APU bleed is already on. Get the window heat on as well. Copy voice recorder should have been on really, but don't worry, I'm not saying anything bad. Right, let's go ahead and close the doors. Oh, have I done the wrong thing again? I think I have, haven't I? It needs to be green, doesn't it? Okay, we'll remove the chocks as well. We have got the parking brake set. We'll leave the GPU connected for now, and we'll also connect the pushback tub. Pushback tug, not tub. There we go. Perfect stuff. Okay, so before start checklist then. Let's bring this over. So before start checklist, IRS mode selectors, nav, light test is checked. Sorry, I'm reading the wrong ones here, aren't I? Right. Okay, so IRS mode selectors, nav, gear pins are removed, light test is checked, oxygen is tested 100%, yaw damper is on, nav transfer and display switch is normal and auto, fuel is 5.6 tons required and on board. Pumps are on, cab util, IFE galley power is on, emergency exit lights are armed, seatbelt signs are on, window heat is on, air conditioning packs are...
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Packs are auto, and the isolation valve is... Sorry, wrong one. Air conditioning and pressurization. Packs are in auto, bleeds on and set. See, I'm not sure if you're supposed to have these bleeds on or not when you do the pushback. It gives you a warning here, dual bleed, which is fine, but yeah, I don't know. Anyway, we'll try it with them on. I think it works fine either way. Anyways, carrying on, pressurization mode selector is auto, which it is. Fantastic. Instruments are cross-checked. Auto brake is RTO. Hydraulics are normal. Speed brake is in the down detent. Parker brake is set. Stab trim cutout switches are in normal. Wheel well. Fire warning is checked. Radios, radar and transponder are set and standby. Rudder and aileron trims 3 and 0. PA is complete. FMC CDU is set. N1 and IS bugs are auto. In fact, yeah, this is the one I got stuck on last time. I'm not exactly sure what the call is on that one, but we have set the N1 value for takeoff, and we have set the V2 speed. I assume that it's what it's referring to, I think. Is it referring to these? I think it is referring to these. So N1 is auto, and speed ref is also auto. So I think that's what it's referring to, and that is set. Stab trim is set to 5.75. EFB, I don't even know why we do that one. Phones are off. Flight deck windows and cockpit doors closed, and there we go. Passengers are seated, and we might as well go ahead and carry on below the line. So air conditioning packs, we'll go ahead and turn those off now. Anti-collision light, we can turn that on. I actually left that on. GG. Parking brake is set. Transponder to alt off. Before start checklist complete, let's get some pushback. And did we get any votes in the chat about the daytime? PC24 says, what is happening to the windows? That's rain, dude. Okay, Gatwick is popping off tonight. It looks like they're holding. Amazing, dude. Well, I'm gutted I'm not flying at Gatwick. Everybody says real time. Okay, let's do real time then, chat. Real time. And I'm just going to nip away just for 1 second before we do the engine, before we do the pushback. I'll be 1 sec, guys. Alright. Okie dokie. Let's have a look outside. Oh, beautiful. Gotta love the night lighting in X-Plane. Gotta love it. Oh, wait, is there an interior in there? I didn't actually check, did we? Oh, there is. Not bad. Not bad. There's another player here as well, isn't there? IBK 655. Not sure what airline that actually is. Oh, is that a Russian airline? It looks like it's S7. It is S7, but I'm not sure if that's actually matched correctly. Anyways, let's get underway. So, before start checklist is complete, let's push back. I'm on Unicom, aren't I? I am indeed. Okay. Bergen traffic, Norseman 609 is pushing back from stand 26, facing to the north. Taxi to runway 17, Bergen traffic. Right, okay, so let's request pushback. Oh, man.
Show me where you want to go.
Oh, man. Okay, there we go. That's a bit better. All right, there we go.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Parking brake is released.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Oh shit, I did the same thing again, didn't I? For fuck's sake. Oh my god, I'm such a knob. When will I remember that? Jesus. I'm sorry for the swearing, guys. Right, okay. We're on our way. Engine mode selector, ground, or engine starter, sorry. For engine number 2, the bleed is actually on this time. The sounds are excellent on the Zibo, though. You can't deny that. Start the fuel flow. Got fuel flow there. EGT N1. Beautiful stuff. The engine starts so rapidly, this aircraft, though. Like, look at that. Almost all the way. Yep, EGT falling back. That's it, stabilized. Let's go for engine start on number 1. So ground. And let's start the fuel flow. 20% N2, I think, is what you're looking for there. I think it might be 25, actually, but there we go. It's happening. We've got passengers on board now. Love to see it. What we can do as well is we can actually turn the lights to takeoff landing for the takeoff here, and it should be a bit dimmer in here like would happen in real life. There you go, where they dim the lights for takeoff. Beautiful stuff.
Operation complete.
So that engine is stabilized as well. That's looking good. Parking brake is set. Let's put the starters to continuous now, and we'll go ahead and turn the APU bleed off. We'll put the generators on for the engine. Put the packs back to auto, and we'll also go ahead and turn the APU off completely. We'll get the probe heat on now. What can I hear? Oh, I think it's this aircraft that I can hear, actually. They've just appeared. What have we got? Is that a Qantas? It is. Qantas 737. They're very, they're a bit far away from home there. Right.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
See ya. Alright, before taxi, generators are on, APU is off, start switch is continuous, anti-ice is, we'll put engine only on for the takeoff. Air conditioning, packs auto, bleeds are on, isolation valve is in auto. Flaps will set to flaps 5. And, excuse me, we'll come back to that item once the flaps have actually set, because we do need to get the green light to complete that item. Stab trim is 5.75 units required and 5.75 is set. Start lever is in the idle D10. Flight controls are checked and recall is checked. And we've got flaps 5, green light, lift flaps. Beautiful. Oh dear, I'm such an idiot. Right. Okie dokie. Let's get underway then. So, we'll get the taxi lights on. Parking brake released. Let's go. £3 in the swear box. Brilliant, Dave. I love it. Okay, so let's set auto throttle to armed. We'll also arm LNAV as well. Now, we'll turn off approach mode. We're definitely not going to need that. And run away. What we could do as well is we could actually bring. You can actually bring the charts up in here, can't you? Oh dear, it's not showing. Maybe I need to relink my Navigraph. Alright, chat. I'm just going to put this to... Might as well get that to TARA in prep for the takeoff. Not a long taxi here. We'll do a config check as well. Okay, I think that's fine. I think it's just doing that weird buggy thing again. Alright, so before takeoff checklist, config is checked. Flaps are 5 green lights. Stab trim is 5.75 units set. Takeoff briefing is reviewed. Cabin is secure. MCP is set. Transponder is TARA. Strobe lights and landing lights will turn on as we enter the runway. And that is before takeoff checklist complete. Live flaps! Oh dear. Right, okay then. Fantastic. Yeah, I do find it a little bit strange on X-Plane, the fact that you can see the spray from the water coming off the ground, but it's not actually... doesn't actually show on the ground. Slowing down for this turn here. Going 20 knots at the moment. I do want to slow down a bit. This isn't too tight of a turn though. Probably 15 knots would probably be appropriate, I think. What does that sign say there? I can't quite read it. No, it's not in my light anymore now. I can't see it at all. I think that's the back of a sign, actually. I'm not even... You can't even see... Yeah, I think that's the back of the sign, isn't it? Alright, so let's get the music down for departure. And it'd probably be a wise idea to reset this one, wouldn't it?